29 Chinese military planes near the self-governing island this morning, with 39 of them crossing the Taiwan Strait medium line and entering Taiwan's air defense zones. On the third day of its military drills, China said that planes carrying light ammunition have conducted simulated strikes near Taiwan. Beijing's show of force has added to the tension between China and the United States. As China displayed a wide array of weapons, a U.S. guided missile destroyer has been performing operations in the South China Sea, large parts of which are claimed by Beijing.
South Korea says it will demand Washington take appropriate action over allegations the U.S. spied on its security officials. These have emerged in the leaked U.S. intelligence documents on Twitter, which appear to reveal South Korean officials were worried artillery shells sold to the U.S. might end up in Ukraine, violating Seoul's policy against supplying lethal aid. Elon Musk has asked the BBC for clarification about how it's funded, after objections from the corporation that one of its Twitter accounts had been labelled government-funded media. Mr. Musk described the BBC as among the least biased news outlets. Here's James Clayton.
The BBC has a number of accounts on Twitter. The one in question, at BBC, has 2.2 million followers and primarily shares updates about BBC programmes that aren't related to news. Twitter has now added a label to that account using the word government-funded media. In a statement, the BBC objected to the label, saying that the BBC is independent and is funded by the British public through the licence fee. In an email to the BBC, Mr. Musk said, "We're aiming for maximum transparency and accuracy."
BBC News. The Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has called for power sharing to return to Northern Ireland on the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement. The accord helped end decades of sectarian violence and restored self-government to Northern Ireland based on power sharing between pro-British Unionists in the Protestant community and pro-Irish Republicans who are mainly Roman Catholic. The wife of a prominent Pakistani investigative journalist has appealed to the United Nations to set up an independent inquiry into the killing of her husband in Kenya. Arshad Sharif was shot dead last October by police at a roadblock on the outskirts of Nairobi. Manuel Ugunzo reports.
Jafila Siddiq has requested the appointment of a special rapporteur to head an independent investigation into the killing of her husband Arshad Sharif last year. She says Kenyan and Pakistani police have refused to share crucial information regarding the shooting, which involved killing policemen. The letter has also been signed by several Pakistani MPs and politicians, including the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Before his death, the journalist had been investigating corruption within the Pakistani elite. The dreaded Hachila. Britain and Dubai before traveling to Kenya.
Chinese state media say teams of firefighters have been sent to the border with Mongolia to tackle wildfires that threaten to spread into China. One blaze is only about 4 kilometers away from the frontier of China's Inner Mongolia region, close to the city of Ulubia. A fifth person has been found dead and one is still missing after an avalanche in the French Alps near Mont Blanc. A local official said after the discovery of 4 victims on Sunday, a woman's body had been found near the Amoset Glacier, following France's deadliest avalanches in Europe. That's the latest world news from the BBC, with me, Emily Thomas, in London.
Hello, this is the History Hour with Max Wood. And this week's episodes of Witness History on the BBC World Service have covered a range of events which have helped to shape our world. Coming up, 2 sides of the argument over the Good Friday peace in Northern Ireland. A picnic along the old Iron Curtain, which symbolised communism collapsing, a giant peace statue on a Japanese island, and the man who gave the world Zumba. But first, a story of repression and history. And for this, we're going back to Eritrea at the turn of this century. As a consequence of the long-running conflict between Eritrea and neighbouring Ethiopia, the government in Asmara enacted a strict regime of national service, which wasn't confined to serving in the military and ended up not even being time-limited. This left many young Eritreans desperate to get away from the country. Rob Walker has been looking at one such case, and a warning this item does include details of sexual violence.
The people of Eritrea took to the streets celebrating their independence after 30 years of brutal civil war.
When Eritrea became independent in 1993, the National Service Programme introduced by the new government
would seem to be a necessary step.
The world's newest nation faces immense problems. The economy and infrastructure are in ruins.
To help them rebuild the country, young people were conscripted to work unpaid for a year and a half. Many willingly, eager to play their part after the long war of independence from neighbouring Ethiopia. This soon turned into something very different. When war broke out again with Ethiopia in 1998, conscripts were sent to fight on the front line.
This network of fortified bunkers was built by tens of thousands of Eritrean conscripts with nothing more than picks and shovels.
After the war ended in 2000, those conscripts remained in national service. Initially, the government said they couldn't be demobilised in case the war restarted. By 2002, it had become clear that demobilisation wasn't going to happen. Instead, the government announced that national service was going to be ended. Incredible as it may sound, young Eritreans face spending a large chunk of the working life in service, either as soldiers or in other jobs.
So to our bigger disappointment, we were told that all of us will be becoming teachers.
Mark Gebrselassie began her national service in 2008. She was 21 at the time and had just graduated from college. Like the rest of her fellow graduates, she was sent to work as a student.
I mean, of course, 5 days a week we were doing two-shift classes in the school, even though we weren't paid. Of course, when I say this, people might find it truly absurd or not even believe it because our salary was 141 nafas, like $30 a month.
So, I mean, if you did decide to quit your job, whether it was you as a teacher, a soldier, or something else, what would
Okay, you will become an illegal citizen at that point. In Eritrea, if you quit the national service job, then you will start living illegally in your own country. You will hide from the government.
By the time Semha joined it, national service had become just one part of an extraordinary system of state control. And from the early 2000s, many young Eritreans had been fleeing abroad to escape the lack of freedoms, and particularly the national service. In December 2014, Semha decided to try to join them.
So, my cousin knew someone, a friend of her has when she wanted to leave as well. So, she thought it was a good opportunity for me to meet with him because I'm a woman and she didn't want me to leave alone. So, me and him were going to go together.
Moving anywhere in Eritrea was tightly controlled, so the two of them first bought false papers which gave them permission to travel to the town of Tessenate on the border with Sudan, and forged letters saying they had jobs there. When they got to Tessenate, though, the plan was to meet a smuggler and take them on foot across the border. First, though, Semha and their friend had to pass a checkpoint on their way to Tessenate. They knew that the soldiers there would be on the lookout for anyone trying to escape the country.
When we got to the checkpoint, as they do with any other bus, they stopped our bus. It was a huge blue bus. They told everyone to get off the bus, and they were like calling one person at a time for purchasing. They called me first and asked me, "So where are you going?" I told him, "You can see the letter." And then, okay, go back and sit elsewhere. And then they called him. The first thing that they told him was, as he told me later, was, "Okay, so your friend has already confessed everything that he was going to Sudan, and just tell us the truth and we." So he bought it. So he told him, "Yes, we're going to Sudan."
so you confess you can't escape the country?
Yeah, he's simply told him, "Yeah, she has told you